Hello, hello. Welcome, Kevin.
Hello, how are you, Alicia? Happy November.
Thank you. I'm doing great. Here we are. Can you believe that we're doing our holiday webinar again?
No, I seriously can't. This has been the weirdest year. The only way I can describe it is like it's felt like it's taken forever, and simultaneously it's felt like it's flown by. If that makes sense
100,
at all, right?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you all for joining us today. We're going to be talking about holiday sending, but more importantly, we're going to be talking about why video is so important this year. We're going to talk about in these unprecedented times the ways that video can really, really help you. Maybe supplement even some of the ways that you're normally used to engaging with your clients. We're going to talk about 3 holiday sending ideas, and then we are going to show you how to schedule your holiday emails as well as access all of the incredible templates that BombBomb has for you. I don't know if you know this, but our design team builds beautiful holiday templates for every single holiday that are just sitting in your account if you are a BombBomb Plus user. And if you are BombBomb Essentials, and as we go through the webinar and you're like thinking to yourself, how do I get those templates? Reach out to our team. We'll definitely help you out with that.
Absolutely. And you can always go to just bombomb.com and look at our different membership levels to see kind of what you might be missing out on or if there's anything beneficial there. So I love this because we always talk, Alicia, when you and I are kind of planning these things, I'm like, we want to give some like technical know-how, but we also want to give like ideas and those sort of things. But where do we come up with these ideas? How do we plan these? Well, when we were sitting thinking about how do holiday sends, how are they different this year from 2019, from a year ago? There's always going to be some similarities, but holy cow, I think we can all admit this year's different, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of reasons, right? I mean, I think the first one that we're all really starting to feel again as the weather gets colder is isolation, right? And isolation obviously kind of holds a lot of these different pieces in play with that. But my wife and I and our son have been quarantined for 2 weeks now in our house, not seeing anybody. Holy cow, I'm a people person. I like to be around people, right? You lock Kevin up in a house for a while and he starts to go crazy. I don't get to see my family. I don't get to see my friends. And really, as we're starting to talk into holidays and this time of year, I think is when you start to feel it. I mean, Alicia, I don't know what you guys did for Halloween, but we already felt it. We couldn't go trick-or-treating with my son. We couldn't do these normal things. And we're losing the traditions. We're losing the connection that normally is what the holidays are all about.
Yeah.
Right? Is bringing that in. Have you guys already kind of felt some of that in your family too?
I mean, especially as we're starting to look towards the holidays, like things that were used to happening. Will there be a Santa parade this year?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. I don't know. Who so much could change. And so, that's why I put the in these unprecedented times. There is our first agenda item. Things are different, right? We can't ignore it. You're not going to do a service to your community, to your customer base, to your clients by pretending that this year is the same as any year. And I know that a lot of us were tired of it, right? Every time I hear, a commercial where they say now more than ever, I'm like, just stop. Come on. Be normal and human. And that's the video piece that you get to have, right? It's not just a catchphrase when you're using it in your marketing to say like, hey, I know that this year is different. It's been a tough year. You have an opportunity with video to really show up as a human being. And now it takes that messaging of, yeah, things are different, from a marketing catchphrase to a human showing up with empathy.
Totally. And I love that you wrote in these unprecedented times, because how many times have each of us heard that this year, right? The other one that my wife and I joke about, because she owns her own business, is the word pivot. How many times have you heard the word pivot in 2020, right? She actually made a joke. She's like, I can only pivot so many times before I'm heading the same direction I started, right? And so I think all of these things become very tagline, right?
Yeah.
They become very triggery. I think what's really it's boiling down to these last couple of numbers. We're getting worn out and we're stressed and we're tired.
Yeah.
And normally the holidays, yeah, do they add some stress? For sure. I'm not going to deny that, but they're also a time for connection. And we're missing that this year. I'm already feeling it. We're not even to Thanksgiving or any of those yet, right?
Yeah.
And so this is why video is so powerful. In fact, we were looking up some stats for how his video changed in 2020 compared to 2019, right? I mean, this first stat is amazing. 81% of businesses use video as a marketing tool, up from 63% over the last year, right? I mean, that's a 15% increase, more than that. I can't do
In
it.
1 year.
In 1 year. That's
An
insane.
unprecedented year.
Yeah, very nice. Well played. Yeah, but I mean that you don't see growth like that in a normal year, right? That is uncommon. I mean, 71% of people watch more video than they did a year ago. I I will trust HubSpot because they're an amazing product. I would not be shocked if it's even higher than that, to be
I
honest.
agree.
Maybe I was looking at some stuff too about like the amount of videos that we're watching. That has skyrocketed the amount of videos amount of time people are spending on videos. What's interesting when you start to think of video in a marketing sense, in a business sense, is, and Alicia, you can even show that last stat there. A lot of times, the reason people don't do video is because it's hard to do, right? There's always this perception that video is really difficult, and I don't have the tools, I don't have the equipment, I don't have the know-with-all to actually be able to record and send something. I mean, that last stat exactly says it. 83% of marketers would do more if it was not so hard, if there weren't obstacles like time and resources and budget. Well, guess what? You guys don't have that. For those of you that don't have BombBomb yet, of course, this is one of the great things that BombBomb provides, is that ease of use, is that ability to jump in and really take advantage of the differences that we're seeing, those crazy increases in video consumption from people. We want to take care of that. And I know a lot of you guys, there may be a few of you out there that would call yourselves marketers, but those of you that are in real estate, in mortgage, potentially even education right now, you feel like you're marketing, getting your kids into the classroom to some extent, right? You guys did not get into your professions because of your love for marketing. So let's look at what marketers are doing and listen to some of those cues of going, okay, these are some notes that we can take as well. And that's why we're excited to talk about video with a lot of this stuff.
Well, and as you're going to see as we move through the content, some of these things, they're really easy to do. It doesn't require a ton of resources. It's going to require a little bit of commitment from you to make the time to do it. But the impact that it's going to have on your business is really the powerful piece here. So we're going to jump into the 3 ideas for holiday sending, but these 3 ideas are both being pulled from the rules for sending email. Now, I put quotes around there because I don't know whose rules they are. I mean, they're definitely my rules that I teach to clients about. Let's see. I've heard Steve Passanelli, our CMO, talk about these rules. I've heard Adam Contos, the CEO of Remax, talk about these rules. But so here are your rules before you send something out to your database. And I'm not talking about regular communication with your clients, right? Regardless of what industry you're in, you have BombBomb. You're probably using video to communicate to your clients on a regular basis. But when we're talking about the more marketing piece, right? You're not engaging someone in a regular conversation. These are the rules, okay? Number 1, is it personal? Because regardless of any of these other things, if you are sending a personal video communication to someone, then that's fine. They're going to appreciate it. They're going to find value in it. They're going to love to see your face. My second rule, or the second rule, is, are you answering a question? Are you solving a problem? Or are you providing value? Every single time you hit send on a piece of communication out to your database, a mass send, if you are not providing value or solving a problem or answering a question that maybe they didn't ask, but you know that that's a question there, then there's a good chance you may not really need to send it because you're training them as to whether they're going to open your next email, right? If you are just filling up their inbox with nonsense that's not valuable to them, why are they going to keep opening your emails, right?
One caveat that I always like to throw in when we're talking about something revolving around like, what is the content? Why should you be sending this email? Is make sure that you're solving a problem for them, not for you. Make sure that you're providing value for them, right? I mean, Alicia, you and I both worked in sales at BombBomb for years and years and years.
Yep.
And it's easy to get onto that bandwagon of like, oh man, I really need this deal. I really need to close this before the end of the month. Or I really need, right? The problem is I started that with, I really need. No, we cannot have our communication. We're not providing value if it's our value, right? We need to make sure that we're providing that value for the recipient. And I think it's always a good reminder because it's so easy to forget that piece.
Yeah. No, it is. It's so important to make sure that you ask yourself that question, right? Like, what are they going to get out of it? And if the answer is that you don't know, then you need to reassess what it is that you're sending. And then the third rule is it entertaining? And I don't just mean, is it hilarious? But is there some sort of entertainment value, right? Like, is it funny? Can you connect with it? We one of our someone in our support team or sales team, I think they got a video from someone outbounding using a jib jab. If you've seen the jib jab before, they got a video of a sales rep sending them a jib jab video. Now that's entertaining, right? And you don't even have to be super creative for that. All you have to do is go to jib jab and upload a picture of your face in the elf body, right? So, but it doesn't have to be funny, right? If the goal there is, to you know, show some highlights from a charity event that your organization was involved in, right? That is a certain amount of entertainment in that empathy sense as well. So we're going to move into these three ideas, and they go in order of these. So the first one here is personal connection, one-to-one gratitude videos.
We could talk about this section alone for probably an hour, right, Alicia?
Absolutely. It's my favorite.
I promise. But yeah, these are just so important, more than ever, right?
Yes, more than ever, which is really why the first line here I put here is, if not now, when? Right? You have a bomb account. If you're a customer, if you're not yet, we can get you on a free trial and you can try this for 2 weeks. But here's the thing. If you have this tool and you're not using it right now in this moment, after so many of your customers have had a tough year, maybe you haven't. If you're a lender, I happen to know that you guys are having the best year of your life.
Yeah.
But you know what? That might not be true for a large segment of your business. So if you're not going to use this powerful tool that you have right now to send a personal video and reach out to the people that matter most in your business, then really, why do you have BombBomb? Right? And that's not to say that everyone has time and is going to do the strategy, but it's powerful for you to get face to face with people. If you want them to trust you, they need to see you, and they need to be able to feel you. And you cannot build trust without it. You can't grow trust. I've been waiting for a chance to tell this story because it cracked me up so much, Kevin. But I got a phone call from Wells Fargo, who I do bank with Wells Fargo, but I don't even ever go into a branch. I've never spoken to a banker there or anything. My relationship with Wells Fargo is utilitarian, right? It is. And I get a call from a banker at Wells Fargo basically saying, like, in these unprecedented times, but what he said is, he was like, I'm here to talk, I'm here to listen, right? Like, if how are you doing? Is there anything you want to talk about? I don't know who this dude is. I have zero trust whatsoever. I've never seen this person's face before. There's no relationship there. Like, they're checking a box of reaching out. That's not what we're talking about doing here. We're talking about giving you an opportunity to just really, really be personal with the people that matter most. So obviously you can't do it with your whole database.
No, there's no way you'd have time for that. But the beautiful part about it, and those of you that use BombBomb really consistently know, you can get through these videos pretty quickly and easily, right? So
Yep.
I think ideally what we want you to think of with this is not going to be for all 500, 1,000, 250, right? Whatever your database is, you're not trying to touch everybody. Pick the top percent, right? Pick the top people, however you rate them out, whether it's ABC clients or whether you do it by how recently you've touched base. Take that top tier. Heck, if you're feeling adventurous, maybe even top 2 tiers. And be personalized with those people. I love so much, Alicia, that you wrote the word feel on here. I can't emphasize enough how important I think that is right now. I mean, there's a lot of research that goes into this too. I mean, Amy Cuddy, she's a social psychologist. She talks about, right, the 2 aspects, the warmth aspect of communication and then the competence aspect. I personally think that warmth aspect is getting higher and higher and higher with the craziness that this year is.
Yep.
And so allowing people to see you, But ultimately the C is so they can feel it. It's so you're not some random guy from Wells Fargo, right? I mean, I read a funny article the other day about a person who was flying on Delta Airlines, which probably doesn't have the best reputation of all the airlines in the world, right? But he said right when we were landing, the stewardess or the flight attendant actually wrote a personalized thank you note and gave it to me as I was leaving the plane. And he was like blown away. He felt seen, right? He was feeling that appreciation and that gratitude. And that's what these videos are for.
Yep.
Is to do that, especially in a time when we cannot be face to face. We cannot show them. Video gives you that brings that ability back into it.
Yep. And you know, what a powerful, you know, gratitude is powerful anyway. I'm gonna show you my our research on that on the other slide, just so it's more than my opinion. But this is the season of gratitude, right? So why not take a look at the people that matter most in your business, right? The people that have provided you referrals, the people that have helped you grow your business, and just show up in a personal way and say thank you. I'm going to play this video for you. And, you know, we have a little teaser here about scheduling them out. Kevin's going to show you how you can schedule these inside of BombBomb, but you can also do it inside of Gmail. But the goal here is take a look at your list, like Kevin said, decide what that segment is that you want to touch with these personal videos. And you're just going to have to time block and make a goal out of it. But you could time block, you know, enough time to do 10 videos each day. And in a week and a half, you'll have 100 personal touches with the people that are going to grow your business. So check out the way she does this. She does just what we're talking about. She's sending happy Thanksgiving gratitude messages, and she schedules them all out so that it hits everyone's inbox the day before Thanksgiving.
Hi, Allison and Dario. I just wanted to send you a quick video email wishing you a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. I hope you're enjoying your family and the girls tomorrow. And I'm just thinking of you. I'm thankful to have you guys in my life, getting to know you in the neighborhood, and helping you with whatever you need on the house renovations or purchasing and selling. So we're here for you, and enjoy your holiday and your time off.
Right? It was so simple and easy. It's not a big elaborate production. It's just gratitude. And if you're thinking to yourself, you know, you feel a little bit lost in that I don't know what to say, it's really, really this easy. Okay. I've been spending a lot of time thinking about my business in this season. And I just want to say a personal thank you to you, Tom and Julie. Like, you guys have supported me over the years. I'm so grateful that I've gotten to be connected to you through this whole crazy business, whatever it is. That's it.
You know what's
Right?
funny? Every time I watch these gratitude videos, I feel better. And they're not even for me.
Yeah.
Like that, I think I can't help but smile when I just see somebody caring about another person. Imagine what that feels like when it is for you, when it's directed at you. I mean,
Yes.
we talked about this early on in the year, and we're even going to talk about gratitude videos for December to end the year on this note. But there is so much benefit for you to take the time to show that gratitude and for the recipient. It really goes both ways. But talk about this, Alicia. I know this is a study that you've researched a lot that Harvard did, kind of talking about that gratitude piece.
Yeah.
So they're not taking our word for it completely.
So there is a ton of research on all of the things that gratitude can do for you, from your body, your emotions, physiological standpoint, all of that. This study specifically was actually focused on social capital, which social capital is really just a nice way to say that it can get people to do what you want. Now, that is not the reason why you should be sending out gratitude videos, but if your business is at all reliant on referrals or repeat business, or if you do make requests out to your client base to, you know, go like our Facebook page or send this to whatever it is, okay? What Harvard found is that this act of saying thank you in your communication completely increases social capital. So what they did is they had their research group, they sent them all out this request for feedback on a cover letter. The feedback had come back, and now they've split that entire segment into two pieces, okay? The first group got this email. I just wanted to let you know I received your feedback. I was wondering if you could help with a second cover letter I prepared and give me feedback on it. Cover letter is attached. The second group got the exact same email. And the only difference was that they changed one line. And that one line was, "Thank you so much. I'm really grateful." And the segment of that research group that got the email that had the "Thank you so much, I'm really grateful," complied with that request to provide more feedback at an over 106% increase, right? So don't take my word for it, okay? If your business relies on people sending you referrals, on people, engaging with you, coming back to your business again, renewing that contract when their contract is up, the simple act of you taking some time to say thank you to those people means the next time that you ask something of them, they're going to increase. One caveat here is that in your gratitude video right now, do not ask for anything.
No, and that it is one of the hardest things to do, right? When you're sending videos, we build this habit of, I've got to get a call to action. I've got to do something in there. This is the one time I want you to resist that urge with everything you possibly have, right? Just let them know you're thinking about them. And you know what? It's funny, as you were sitting there, Alicia, going like, if your business, if your company depends on these things, and you listed out 5 things, I guarantee everybody that's watching this is dependent on those things,
yes.
Right? I don't care if you own a mom and pop clothing store. I don't care if you are a realtor, if you're a lender. I don't care if you sell cars. I don't care if you are a coffee roaster in Oklahoma, right? I'm literally saying clients that we know we work with that all benefit from this same stuff. So really, this bleeds into the second idea as well. And this is not the first time we've ever mentioned this to you guys. But again, how is it different from the last time we mentioned it to you? Well, the idea itself is digital mayor for the holidays, right? I love the idea of the digital mayor. Yeah.
Which I'm going to let you keep going, but this plays into that second piece of, are you solving a problem? Are you answering questions, or are you providing value? What an incredible way to actually be of value to your clients.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. And you know what's funny is I actually took this note last year, and I didn't necessarily, now that I've said everybody's dependent on those things, I guess my job is not as much. BombBomb as a whole for sure is dependent on those things, right? But with what I'm doing day to day, I'm not. But I just did this as a way to just provide value to the people around me, family, friends, right? People that I know, because I've been in Colorado for so long. And it shocked me of literally just giving them a resource of information. So the whole idea behind this is just let people know what is going on in your community. Now, the extension of what I want you guys to think about, you can see Alicia listed out charity events, holiday activities. That second part after holiday activities is so important this year. What's happening and what's not. This has got to be the weirdest year ever for these questions, right? So what actually is happening? I'm going to show you the email that I actually sent to my people so you guys get a feel for it when we're showing you through some of the technical stuff. But I think why this is important is, well, one thing. One, as a parent, the last thing I want to do is tell my kid we're going to do something fun that's not happening. Oh my gosh. Any parent out there, I'm sure there's a lot of you guys watching, know the pain of that. And then you're backtracking and trying to fix it and all those things, right? Help your people, help your clients, help your friends know what's actually happening so that they can plan the appropriate things for their family. Now, an extension for 2020 on that is know what the expectations are if they're going to go to this event, right? I mean, I'm not guaranteeing, but I know with the trends and the way things are going right now, if there are events, you're probably going to have a mask on, right? Or you're probably going to have to be social distancing, whatever that means for this event. Give people a heads up on that. You don't want them to take their whole family to a parade or something and they don't have their masks and they have to go home with crying kids. You know what I mean? How can we set our community up for success? So just keep that in mind. I think that's such a powerful difference. It's always good to know what's going on and be that asset for your community and for your city. But really during the holidays, I mean, it's my wife and I have already started going through, well, we can't do that this year. We're not gonna be able to do that this year. What can we do? Be that guy, be that resources. I love the great houses for seeing lights. We've got some of those houses here in Colorado that they go for it, right? And you pull up and you change your radio station to listen to the music that's timed with the lights and everything. What a perfect way to still celebrate the holidays and be completely safe, right? You're in your car with your family. Find those things. I think it's so cool to be creative and find those things with those houses to replace some of those events that may be lost. And this digital mailer gives you the opportunity to not only lay out what's happening and what's not, but bring some of that creativity into the world.
Yeah. And the last thing that I just wanted to mention on this is you've probably had to change some of your client appreciation events, right? Maybe you do a holiday party, or maybe you do, donuts with Santa for your clients and these types of things. I'm not saying that video can necessarily replace those things that you've had to give up, but think about some of the ways that maybe video can help you still show up for your clients and do something fun and special, even if it's not the same way that you normally would. One of the things I thought about, because I do know a lot of companies, including my real estate agent, they almost always do like breakfast with Santa or donuts with Santa, where they've got Santa and a big thing and all of the families come and the kids get to see Santa. Well, if you can't do that this year, is there a way that video could still help you create a special thing for your families? Like, maybe you hire a Santa to sit in your office and do bonbon videos out to your families with kids. Or I know that, a lot of our clients like to do little door drop things, like, drop a gift at the door and run away. Why not pull out your phone and do a quick video and be like, "Hi, Johnson family. I just left a stocking on your front door. I miss you. I did ring the doorbell because I want to make sure everyone's safe. I'm off," right? Like, there are ways that video can help you still like show up and provide value, even if it's not exactly the way you wished that you could have done it in a regular year.
Something I was just thinking about, Alicia, while you were talking about that, is the connection does not always have to be just you to your client, right? How can you build some community? How can you build connection? I heard some fun things with some people, like realtors, who were saying, "Hey, I want to give you guys the best lights to see, so I'm going to run a little contest. Let me know when you decorate your house. I'm going to drive by, take pictures, and we're going to see who has the best light display this year," right? And then you can share that with everybody. That's bringing joy to a whole group of people rather than just this direct one-to-one thing. So there's just, in these unprecedented times, pivot and be creative, right? But really just have fun with it. I think that's what I want to encourage, is don't let that junk weigh you down. Be creative, have fun. Let this be a fun opportunity to actually think outside the box and be a little different of what you would normally do. Don't just lean on your traditions and the normal things you do every year. Start to get a little bit more creative about it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to play Kevin's video for you so that you can see it. This is the one he recorded last year. So obviously he doesn't talk about these unprecedented times, but wanted you to see a quick example of it. And then we'll move on to that third piece, which is the more, are you being entertaining with empathy or comedy?
Hey family and friends, it is Kevin here. Hey, I wanted to send you a quick video because we were actually sitting at dinner last night thinking about what are we going to be doing as a family this holiday season. There's a ton of stuff to do in Colorado here, and realized it's kind of hard to find some of this stuff, right? So I looked it up. I spent a little bit of time this morning and thought, if these are things we want to do, these might be things that are awesome for you and your family as well. So take a look.
So we're going to jump into the account in a couple minutes here, and Kevin will actually show you the actual email that he built with a template and all. But best practices, you want to make sure that the video is there to connect and build excitement, but then you use the body of the email to put all of that information in. It's the same thing when you listen to a voicemail, right? If someone gives you like a time and an address in the voicemail, and you have to go back and listen to it a few times, you don't want them to need to do that with your video. So you're just gonna have your video there is to build connection and excitement. And then you're gonna bullet point all of those resources below your video there so that they have that resource right at their fingertips, provided by you.
And I'll show you exactly how I ddid that when I built the email itself.
And we'll show you where you can find templates as well. But please know, if you are not aware of this, there are beautiful holiday templates in your BombBomb Essentials dashboard account, just waiting for you to pop a video with your face in it and send it off to your clients. Which brings me to my last one. And this is around that idea of, is it entertaining? Now, I don't know that this is necessarily, a perfect example of entertaining, but it is, because you're connecting here, you're letting people see you, you can have some fun with it. But my question to you is, have you thought about replacing your holiday cards with video? Yeah.
Don't say that, Alicia.
So I would never, ever, ever tell anyone, stop sending holiday cards in the mail. I'm not going to do that. However, let's just talk about this as a consumer for a moment. So, Kevin, if you get a Christmas card in the mail from your dentist's office, what do you do with it?
Ooh, well, first off, there's a giant assumption that I actually open it. And then if I do open it, so here's actually usually what happens. Usually I open it and go, oh, that's nice. And most of the time we'll throw it away and be like, oh, I should send him a quick email to say thanks. Or especially, you know, if it's not my dentist, if it's like my realtor or something like that. Be like, oh, I should text him and say thanks. I would like to say I'm really good about doing that. I probably don't do it most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I love video for these kinds of things because number one, it's really easy for you. And you don't have to have a cute family, right? I mean, maybe you can rent a family, but it's really, really easy, right? You don't have to pay a service to send out cards. You don't have to rope your family or your assistant into addressing envelopes. You record it, you put it in a beautiful template, and you send it out. But here's the real win, okay? Christmas cards are generally one-way communication, especially from a business, right? I'm going to get that Christmas card. I'm going to take a look at it, and it's probably going to go in my recycling bin. People that I do business with don't get fridge placement for Christmas cards. That's just the way it is, right? So you as a business owner, you have spent all of this time and money either doing the Christmas cards yourself or paying someone else to do it, and it gets about 2 seconds of attention, and then it goes in the recycling bin and they never think about it again. Whereas when you send video, this gets responses because it's easy for them to respond, right? All they have to do is hit reply and say, you know, oh, that was so funny. Great to see your face. I can't believe how much your kids have grown. Whatever it is, this encourages connection as opposed to one-way communication. The goal of video is not to send more video. The goal of video is to create opportunities for you to deeply connect with the people that are going to help your business grow. That's what this is.
Well, and I think it's funny too, because why do we love Christmas cards? Why is that so important? Well, we like to see the people and catch up with the people, but it's also tradition, right? Who's to say you can't start a new tradition? Who's to say video cannot become the tradition? I would rather get a video from my friends with their kids being crazy and seeing like what life is like than all of these perfectly placed pictures that were taken on one beautifully photoshopped evening, right? Like, no, let's be real. Let's be honest. That's what I love. And again, it goes back to that connection. Yeah, encourages connection. But man, I also think of it just from a logistics standpoint of that replying aspect. Make it as easy as possible, right? If it's too hard for me to pick up my phone and text somebody, then there's no way I'm going to write a postcard back or do any of those sort of things, right? But if I can click reply, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Your family's beautiful. Done. And now you've made this back and forth connection. You've started a brief, quick conversation that's going to be way more memorable than that. So I just love that idea. You can start to establish these new things as well.
Well, that's really what it's about. It is about the memorable, right? The familiarity effect or the mere exposure effect. It states that the more exposure someone has to a person or a stimulus, the more likely they are to grow trust. And so the more times that your clients see your face, even if it's just twice a year in that video that you mass send out, I hope it's more than that, but still, every time they see your face, it builds trust. So this is Joe Soto. Joe Soto is a client and lender. He sends holiday videos out with his family every single year. He says that this is his secret weapon in his business. Okay, so I'm going to play this for you. But what's fun is that we actually have 2 videos here. We have one of Joe's family a couple years ago, and then we've got one a little bit more recent that I think was just from last year. But what I love about this, even from a client standpoint, is like his clients get to see his family grow, his girls grow up. This familiarity effect, they're building trust with Joe because he shows up with his family as a family man saying, you know, here we are, Merry Christmas once again. So check out Joe's videos. I'll show you the first one and then the second one.
Hey, it's Joe Soto along with
Maddie Soda, Brooklyn Soda, Mommy Soto,
and
Daisy Soda.
And even little Daisy Soto came and made a cameo. We just wanted to take a quick minute to wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're celebrating, enjoy the time with your loved ones, with the people most closest to you, like these little ones that I got. So from the Soto family to you, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and enjoy the day. Bye.
Bye. Lots of hugs and kisses.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, hit the button.
3.
Hello, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'm Maddie Soto.
I'm Mommy Soto. I'm Brooklyn Soto.
And I'm Daddy Soto, and yes, we are representing with our Yankee pajamas, and yes, I am making them wear these awesome pajamas on Christmas. They look so happy, don't they? Anyway, from me and my family to you and yours, Merry Christmas. Wanted to just say thank you for all your love and support throughout the year, and very, very grateful for all of the wonderful people in our lives. So from my family to yours, Merry
Christmas.
Bye.
Bye.
Right? Like, it's human connection. The only replacement for that kind of interaction is your family showing up at your client's door in your Christmas pajamas, doing that in person, and nobody wants you to do that.
Yeah, I don't know. That might be too much, right?
A little creepy.
Who's got the time to do that, right? Who can drive to all of their clients' houses and replay that every time? So, well, awesome. I love those ideas. I wanted to hop over, and I'm going to steal the screen share from you, Alicia, for a second so that I can show you guys how to do this. Because I think this is a really important part of this, is kind of learning the ins and outs of how do we actually make some of this work. So the 3 things that we're going to talk about here is we're going to talk about, I got to stop this because I'm sort of moving too many things at the same time. I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to show you how you can schedule things. I'm going to show you how you can make all of this work. We're going to show you where the templates are so that you can see those. And are you seeing my Gmail right there, Alicia? Is that showing up for you?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So let's start first and foremost, because I know we have a wide range of people. We've got some BombBomb Essentials users who have just kind of our basic level video access. And then we also have our BombBomb Essential, BombBomb Essentials, BombBomb Plus, right? So I want to show you kind of access so that you can all use this. The first piece that I want to show you guys is scheduling, right? How can you actually schedule an email out, just like that first example we showed you guys, so that you can pre-record these videos, but still have them go out on the morning of Thanksgiving or the morning of Christmas, or if you want to space them out over Hanukkah or whatever it may be, right? So first and foremost, you can do this in Outlook. You can also do it in Gmail, and I want to show you that. If you come in here and go to compose an email, I'm just going to type in a fake email address that I've obviously used before. And when you go down, once you've typed the email, you've recorded your video, you have it all ready, you're actually going to click this little arrow next to the send button instead of the word send. And when I click on that, it gives me this option to schedule send. That's how you can do it. It's really that easy. Once you click on that, it can give you a couple of recommended times, or you can pick a date and time right here. So we would go to what's going to be Thanksgiving. I'm probably going to do it earlier in the morning, right? Because I want them to see that before they get going crazy with cooking and family stuff. And then all you have to do is click this blue schedule send button. What's great is you don't have to come back and review this, right? That is as if you clicked the send button and it's out. Gmail will be in control from that point on. So it's great because it allows you to be thinking about what you want to think about on Thanksgiving and allow your clients to be thinking about what they want, but they get this really nice note from you, right? So it's a really easy process. Like I said, I know Outlook has these capabilities as well. A lot of email providers are going to. I just wanted to show you how quick and easy it is in Gmail. Now, if you are one of our BombBomb Plus users and you have access to logging into bombbomb.com and doing our mass sending and our templates and stuff, let's talk through a couple of different pieces here. How can you actually schedule a send through BombBomb directly? Well, the great part is if you're in our email composer here, so I've come to the emails tab, and then I've chosen a template. I'm going to show you where to find those as well. Once I'm done, again, I've recorded the video. Here's that example we talked about, but I'll talk you through the structure in a second here. But once I'm ready to send, all I have to do is click this green send button. And you can see it's going to make sure it saves it, and then it's going to give me some options. Do I want to put in the email addresses and send immediately, or do I want to schedule it? And if I choose schedule, it's the exact same thing. I can choose what day, so I can choose Thanksgiving, what time, and click send. And it's exactly the same as Gmail, right? I have sent that email. I don't need to think about it again, but it won't actually be delivered until Thanksgiving morning or until Christmas morning. So it really gives you that ability to just up the ante with the personalization, right? It allows you to space out. Alicia, I love that you brought that up earlier of schedule time to record 10 videos a day. You don't need to sit down and record all 50 videos at once. No, I can see you adamantly waving your head. No, even those of us who have done thousands of videos don't want to sit down and do 50 videos all at one take, right? That 50th video might be a little bit rough. So this allows you to space that out, but still have that personal touch when that personal touch is going to be the most effective, which is on the holiday itself. Now, for those of you that are BombBomb Plus users and have access to some of the things I'm showing you here, I want to show you guys some of those templates that Alicia talked about before, because she talks about how we actually build a lot of this stuff for you. There's actually two places that you can find these. The first place I'm going to show you is in our email composer. So if you go to the emails tab, once you go into that, you'll see all the emails you've created, and you'll also see a button up at the top that says new email. You can click on that and it'll bring you straight into the email composer here. Now, what's great about this, you guys might look at this email and be like, oh my gosh, how did you make that? That looks so nice. I didn't do half of this. Literally, the template has the picture in it. It had the coloring for the font. All I did was type in the information. And I want to show you this because I want you to see exactly what Alicia was referring to before about kind of putting bullet points and those sort of things below the video. This is how you make your client's life easier. This is how you make it a better experience for them. Like she said, I mean, have you gotten a voicemail where somebody's like, hey, great, call me back. It's 323-442-2155. And you're like, what? Right? So you got to listen to it like 2 or 3 times to get that phone number. Let's make sure we don't make them have to rewatch our video 5 times, right? Put all of that information below. But how did I get started? How do I find this template? Well, once you're in the email composer, there's a great button up here that says change template. And these are all templates that are built in here for you. You can see we give you business ones, we give you greetings, we give you some inspirational ones if that's what you're going for, or there's the holiday option here. So we've got them for literally pretty much any holiday you can think of throughout the year. You can see Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, April Fools, all of those different ones are built in here. But we also have things for Canadian Thanksgiving, for the US Thanksgiving, Happy Halloween that just passed. We have them for Hanukkah, right? I mean, there's so many different ones. So regardless of what you and your clients celebrate, you can come in here, you can choose this, and it automatically loads all this in. So all you have to do is fill in the information now, right? That's how easy it can be. You don't have to be a design expert to send out a beautiful, well-designed email. Now, for those of you that are going, okay, I like that, it still feels like a little bit too much work. No problem. I'm going to show you one other option in your BombBomb account of where you can find these templates. And it's actually in the quick start option. So for those of you that are not familiar with this, it's this this red circle button. We call it the clown nose here at BombBomb. But it's going to always be up here next to your picture, next to your profile and all of that, no matter what page you're on in your BombBomb account. So when I open that, this is my quick send recorder that allows me to record and send a video literally like that. What's great about this is all you do is record, you can add a little bit of text, and you're on with your day. Well, look at this. We've got a templates button up here as well. Now, what's cool about this is we give you birthday ones, we give you happy anniversary, we give you some of those ones, and then we rotate through the holiday ones, right? So it's fall, it's autumn. So guess what? Oh, the fall and the autumn ones have popped in here. I wouldn't be surprised. Look at that. Happy Halloween is already loaded in here. We've already loaded in Happy Thanksgiving. Now, you're probably not going to find a lot of Christmas ones quite yet because it's not quite too Christmas. So in the quick send, just know that it's seasonal. Know that it goes by the month and the what's going on right now. We will continue to load these templates in. They're the same templates you see in your email composer if you go to that first way that I did it. But now you have quick, easy access where you can hop in, choose this Happy Thanksgiving one, record my video, add some text, and boom, that's off to my client. So there's really easy ways to use this stuff depending on what you feel more comfortable and familiar with. You can do all of that, which is absolutely great. So just to reiterate, and then I'll hand it back to you, Alicia, the email templates are in 2 places inside your BombBomb account. If you're a BombBomb Essentials user and you're curious and interested in this, let us know, right? Hop onto bombbomb.com, reach out to us, let us know, and we can talk through if that would be worth you upgrading. If you've already got BombBomb Plus, you have access to all of this. You'll just log into your account and you can hop into the email composer or the quick send here to find those templates. And then you can also schedule emails out of your BombBomb account or whatever your normal email provider is. Did I miss anything there? I think I touched on the basic things.
I think you got it.
Cool.
Yeah, I think you got it all. So, I mean, we're pretty much wrapping up here to the end of our content for today. Just real quick, want to mention for you on this idea of tracking. I know we talked about tracking last month. Kevin did a great job talking about all about tracking, and especially when you're sending out mass things. I know it can feel defeating sometimes to maybe see that you are not getting the kind of open rates that you want. But I just want to encourage you, number one, don't pay attention to the people that didn't open. Pay attention to the people that did first, okay? The people that engaged with your digital mayor video or your Merry Christmas, whatever, the people that respond back, focus on those people because you have their attention. Attention is the currency of sales, of business, whatever it is. So focus on those people first. The second piece is that if you have a large segment of your clients that are not opening up your emails on a regular basis, then you probably just need to ask yourself that question. Like, am I providing value, right? How can I better serve them? How can I provide value? And sometimes that might even mean contacting your clients, right? You may have clients in your database that say, I'm not really interested in all of this stuff, but I would love to have, regular updates on what's happening in the financial markets, right? Whatever it is. So sometimes that means reaching out and saying, I've noticed that, you're not seeming to be engaged with any of the things I'm sending. Do you want me to take you off my list? Is there a better way that I can provide value to you? So you've got tracking there. It's there as a benefit for you. If you ever watch any of my trainings on mass sending, I will tell you over and over and over again, the fortune is in the follow-up. Your job is not to hit a send button and then forget that you ever sent something. Your job is to send something and then engage deeper with the people that are paying attention to you. Anything I missed there?
Alicia, just to kind of tie this back to something you said earlier, when you have to contact somebody to ask them and have these conversations, that is a value-driven contact, right? You're valuing their energy and their time going, hey, if you don't want to be on my list, I'm happy to take you off. I don't want to be a nuisance. But what are you interested in? How can I serve you better? That is value-driven communication.
Yep.
So don't think of that because they're unengaged, I've just lost them altogether. No, take that effort, take that extra step to make sure you're continuing to provide value, and people will appreciate it, I promise.
Absolutely. Well, your challenge is going to be real hard. Your homework, real heavy. Now, listen, ideally, Kevin and I would love for you to send some personal messages out to the people in your business that matter the most to your business. I would love for you to take the time to send some personal gratitude videos, because that's going to have a profound impact, not just on your business, but on the health and well-being of the person you send it to, as well as yourself. However, I know that things are busy. Your task is to pick one of these upcoming holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Hanukkah or Christmas, any of these coming up, and start thinking about communicating a message of that holiday, whatever it is, to your entire database with that one click and the template. If you're not a BombBomb Plus user and you use another mass sending template or a mass sending email service, you can use our Chrome extension to pop a video in there. You can still, if you send your client stuff through MailChimp and they've got holiday templates, great. You can take your BombBomb video with the Chrome extension and put it into that MailChimp email. So that's your homework, okay? You need to send a video out to your clients. If not this year, in these unprecedented times, then why do you even have BombBomb? That's my word.
It's funny. I like how you called out, like, if you're using another provider, Alicia just took away any excuse you have. Okay, there's no excuses. And here's my secondary challenge. This is kind of an addition to this one. See how fun you can make this video. See how entertaining you can make this video for your people. Have fun. Make them smile. Be goofy. We need that in the world right now. We need a heck a lot I don't think that's right. We need a lot more smiles and a lot more joy. This has been a tough year. This has been a hard year on a lot of people. And even though we have been blessed and can maybe say we made it through with our jobs and with the things that we love and care about, not everybody can say that. Them bring some of that back in, bring that joy back in.
Yes.
Fun with these videos. That is the power, because you're going to make them feel these things again, which is what's so important. So guys, we're so excited. Thanks for spending some time with us again. Thanks for watching through this. Again, we don't tell you multiple tips so that you can implement 5 new things on the holidays. Pick one. Pick one that you like. Learn how to do one new thing in your BombBomb account. Grab a template, schedule something. Pick one practical thing that you can start to implement and do it. Don't miss this time. It really is the most important time ever to be doing video. So we're honored that we got to spend a little bit of time with you guys during these busy holidays. But Alicia, I mean, I love hanging out with you, but I really love hanging out with all of them too. So
True. I get to see you all the time. I only see our customers once a month. So
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful holiday season, whatever you are celebrating. And next up, we've got a gratitude webinar coming up. My favorite topic.
That's right. We already talked about it some today because we were like so antsy about it. But yeah, make sure, keep your eyes, bombbomb.com/webinars. If you want to sign up for December's webinar, it's all about gratitude, end of the year stuff there. If you have any issues or questions, bombbomb.com/support. We have a great knowledge base where you can look up all sorts of questions and answers for the things you're doing. Most importantly, thank you. Please have a great holidays and please stay safe out there, okay? We appreciate all of you guys. All right, until next time, we'll see you. Have a great rest of your day.